Hello, my name's MJones. I'm doing a archiving utilities tutorial for the NOS 230 online class. Today we'll be covering three archival tools. Uh, One's called WinZip, WinRAR, and 7-Zip. I've already created some example files here and some example folders, and I've already got these applications downloaded and installed, uh, but in the course of this tutorial I'll go ahead and show you what I did to obtain these software packages. To begin with, what is file archiving? So let's go to Wikipedia, and we can see that File Archiver is a computer program that combines a number of files together into one archive file or a series of archive files for easy transportation or storage. Many file archivers employ archive formats that provide lossless data compression to reduce the size of the archive, which is often useful for transferring a large number of individual files over a high latency network like the internet. So most people utilize these programs through email or forums, downloads, things of that sort. And here you can read a little more. There's another paragraph about file archiving. So the first one we'll look at is WinZip, and basically you just Google WinZip, and here's their official site. We could click on this download link, download WinZip, and here you can go ahead and download it right there. So it's really neat. WinZip is pretty easy. Let's say I wanted to zip this file right here, so I can right click on it and highlight the WinZip, and then select add to zip file. And it usually it's going to name the file the same, or the folder the same as the file. I could change that right here if I wanted to. I click add, and this just gives you a summary of the performance of the program. It shows the before compression and after compression, and that file is zipped, and here it is on the desktop. If I wanted to zip two files together, I could just highlight these two files and right click and go to WinZip and do the same thing. I'll name this in zip 2, and here it is. If I wanted to do files and folders, basically the same thing. Just highlight what I want want to compress, right click, select to add them to a zip file, and I'm going to change this directory. Right now it's going to zip it into that folder, but I'm going to zip it to the desktop. And there it is. So to uncompress or unarchive these files, I would double click on the zip folder. I could select unzip, and where do I want to unzip these files? Well, I don't want to unzip them to my desktop because it's going to overwrite the files. So let's select download, and I'll unzip. And if you look, there's the two files right there. So it's pretty straightforward. archiving and unarchiving files using WinZip, it's nice to have that right click and the option right there to handle your request. So let's go ahead and clean up. And let's look at WinRAR. WinRAR works about the same as WinZip. This is what it looks like. And if I want to compress one file, I could right click, add to archive. There you can rename it. I'll leave it as the default name, RAR1. Click OK, and there it is. There's the file that I just compressed. If I wanted to do two files or two files in a folder, just highlight them, add it to an archive. We'll name this RAR2, and there it is. I can extract these files or uncompress them, and right here you can this is the default. I can click this to change the directory. Leaving it as RAR2 should be fine, so I'll click OK, and now it's uncompressed those files back to its original state. The next program we'll look at works a little differently. It's called 7-Zip. And I navigate to it through my my file system. And then what I do is in this window here, you navigate to where the files are that you want to compress. These are on my desktop. We're going to do these right here, and here they are. So I can right click on it, and I got this 7-Zip option. I click add to archive. It gives it a default name. That name looks okay to me. You can change that if you want. Click OK, and there it is. If I wanted to do two of them, just highlight the ones I wanted, add to archive. We'll keep it as that name. Click OK. There it is. Another thing, if you don't have any of these extraction programs, archive programs, Windows also has a Windows Archiver built into the operating system, and it works the same way as WinZip and WinRAR. You can right click on the file that you want to compress, click send to, and compress folder, and there it is. And that concludes this tutorial. Thank you.